I'm here.
There he is.
There was a Google Hangout link and a Zoom link, so I went to the first link.
Don't
get a photo of you.
Google anymore, man. Nobody hangs out on Google anymore.
I didn't know that was still around.
I mean, is there still Google? Come on. Never heard of
it. Look me up on MySpace. Our whole damn MySpace page is super lit.
We need to update that.
Oh, absolutely. I actually could recap back on my MySpace account when Trump got kicked off Twitter. I guess that MySpace got trendy on Twitter for everyone was saying he was going to go there. So I was like, I'm just going to log in and see if my password's still works.
Dude, you can set the song for your profile so people log in and just start listening to whatever the fuck song you would put it as. It was amazing.
Dude, I loved MySpace.
Yeah.
I blew up on MySpace. I was moving on MySpace.
I had a real moment on MySpace.
All right, well, let's get going, guys. So before we get into your new single and music video, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passion. I want to know where your passion for music came from and led you down this musical journey. Was a certain album inspired it, certain live performance, or something that was natural for you? Let's start with you, Lawrence.
I have a pretty good answer for this. I was, as a kid,
First he does.
Here we go, man. All right, next. Sorry, Todd, you want to go? Because I think he said, if I'm not mistaken, he said Lawrence.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Lawrence. Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead, Lawrence. Stand for Lawrence. Sorry. No, I played guitar, growing up as a kid, not crazy interested. And then in 9th grade, there was a talent show at my school, and some of the older kids, and I had gotten in like a little band, and we played like "Should I Stay or Should I Go," that kind of thing, and like I think I was unplugged for one of the songs because I couldn't play, and there were some kids that were older than me, 11th grade, 12th grade, that played "Good Times, Bad Times" by Zeppelin, and when I saw people that I actually knew be able to do that, I was hook, line, and sinker. I was in. I was like, this is what I'm like. I'm so ashamed that I had to play with the sound turned off. I'm going for it after this. So that's my story. Sorry, Todd, you can go now.
No. I don't have nearly as good of a story.
We'll let Todd jump in because he seems anxious to answer.
So the question is how I got into music or started getting into
where'd your passion?
Oh, he asked about your hat. He was asking about your hat.
This old thing, Army Navy surplus store. For me, it was sort of the whole 90s, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, that whole explosion. That was like at the end of my high school run. And for me, like sports was a big thing for me in high school. And when that ended, I needed to find something else to like pick up chicks with, basically. So I picked up the guitar. I wanted to learn songwriting, and like that sort of the Nirvana, Pearl Jam, that whole explosion, like was where I was like, oh, I guess that was my good times, bad times moment. Just that, all that music.
Well, same for me, man. I saw some other Teen Spirit video for the first time and made me want to pick up the drums and grow my hair long.
Yeah, exactly. And that was it for probably, most of the country. We were just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And here we are still.
Absolutely. All right, Don.
I was born in for me, I grew up in a musical family. Like my uncles and my dad played music, and I remember distinctively, if you wanted to hang out, I grew up in a house that was like 600 square feet, very small, and like if they started playing music on Saturday or Sunday, by the way, nice mug. I have a Yoda lamp over here.
Yeah.
If you wanted to kind of just see your dad on Saturday, you had to play an instrument or sing a harmony. And so I grew up thinking that my uncle wrote that song, "Running Just as Fast as You Can," right? And I remember being on a bus and the song came on and like Tiffany redid it or something.
Yeah.
And I remember
I was going to say, side note, Don's uncle is Tiffany.
And I remember going on the bus telling everybody, my uncle wrote that song. That's my uncle's song. And everyone's like, really? I'm like, yeah, my Uncle Rich wrote that song. And going home, and that next Saturday, I said, Uncle Rich, your song was on the radio. And he just thought I meant the song he always played. He's like, oh, that's great. And then I'm like, wait, so do you have any other songs? He goes, I didn't write that song. So I grew up thinking that those, like, he wrote that, and I would watch them and he sounded like the radio, and I would stare at his mouth, and I wanted to be part of that. And so I started playing drums on boxes, and I had tapes of me playing with them, and I would play drums on boxes. And then that elevated to, like, every now and again, I could hold the mic cable and hold the mic in my hand and sing, and then she kissed me, or I could sing Come Sail Away. And then from there, like, I got grounded when I was 10 years old, and the only thing that was in the room, my parents took everything away from me, but there was an old harmony guitar in the corner of the room. And I said, can I play the guitar? And they were like, go fucking play the guitar. You don't play the guitar, go ahead. And I taught myself how to play the guitar, and I've had a love affair ever since.
I love that story. It's funny. I had such a crush on Tiffany in the 80s as a kid, and I had no idea it was a cover at the time, but I did interview her later at a NAMM red carpet event, and I had no idea it was her because she looks so different now.
Yeah.
All right, well, Greg, let's get you in there. Tell me about where your passion for music came from.
I don't know. I have no idea. It's a gravitational thing, like, throughout my entire life, of, like, anytime I saw a guitar, I was like, that's cool. And then anytime I heard music that I thought was cool, I was like, that's cool. And yeah, I don't know. I always loved music. There's like a video. I always thought this was weird. There's a video of me from when I was like 3, like blobbing around, stumbling over myself. And me and my brother are singing Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys. My brother
in perfect harmony.
Well, that's the thing. So my brother is trying to sing it, and I'm just like, that's not how the song goes. And he's like, hammering through the chorus, and I'm like, no. And my mom stops him and goes, okay, Greg, you do it. And I just sang it like how it goes. I always thought that was interesting. Like, for some reason, music just made sense to me. Like, even from the first time I picked up a guitar, it just kind of worked. We spoke a similar language.
None of us thought that about your talent.
Although that whole scenario does sound like your production style.
That's not how it goes.
Maybe a question you should ask. Maybe.
No. That's
not how it goes at all. Yeah, not much has really changed since I was 3, to be honest with you. More facial hair, I suppose.
Oh, this is why I love asking this question. All right, well, let's get into your new song, Nothing in the World Feels Better. I mean, nothing in the world feels better right now talking to you guys, man. Song's great. I really love the music video. Whose idea was to have, like, the TV retro stuff with, like, I love the toy robot. I used to play with my Godzilla figures, and they make these cities and destroy them. It was kind of fun.
We wanted a Godzilla, but there was no Godzilla suit available. I guess that concept for the video was more out of function. We started talking about what kind of video we wanted to make, and for the budget, a long form video was like not possible to make something that wasn't just sort of like every other video. So we kind of came up with the idea of, well, rather than doing 3 minutes of one concept, let's reach out to several creatives, have them all do, 15, 30 seconds blips that all look expensive. And then in the end, it was always the idea to combine them. That wasn't necessarily going to have to happen, because when you promote a song, you really only need the social media part, and no one watches a full video anyways. You watch the beginning, you skip along, there's all your money being wasted, and then how does it end? If you even get there.
I still love the art form of watching
15-second intervals,
Yeah.
Okay, so that explains why he morphs together so good in the TV, because he had a different, animator or video editor working on different parts.
Right. Everyone was to submit 1 or 2 ideas of something that gave you the feeling of Nothing in the World Feels Better, and then the TV scrambling thing was an easy way to just smash them all together.
I love that. Cool. Well,
attacking people's attention span 15 seconds at a time.
Exactly.
Killing them.
We'll talk about the writing process. I mean, how do you guys write together? Do you you just come up with riffs, lyrics, and together, or?
I mean, it's every way, right? there's no one way to skin that cat, and we've done it all different ways. What's been interesting about this process is we're all chiefs in our lives. We all do a lot of different projects, and so what we've gotten to figure out is sort of whole damn mess. We kind of understand the animal of it more, and so while we might, this last week I think I did 11 songs, and none of them would have been for whole damn mess. They all, it's like, oh, this is a pop thing, this is a girl singer, like and we all sort of understand where our world is. And I really give a lot of that early on, for sure, to see Todd, where we were like, we could do anything we want. And he's like, yeah, but let's just do a thing. And we had a friend that said one time, be everything to someone, not something to everyone. And there was something about that statement that we just keep sort of honing it. And I feel like we're now at a point with our writing, we start out together sometimes someone will have an idea, but we all understand at least where the pieces sort of that should be in the room, and then putting them together could be a whole other thing. But if there was one way for us to do this process, I don't know that that would be fun either. It's cool that we have a lot of different things. I just sang this morning on the last song for this record, something that I'm now editing, and all I'm thinking in the back of my head is the way I end the phrase in the verse of this damn song, because it's either going to bother Greg or it's going to bother C. Todd, because Lawrence has already said he liked it. So it's figuring out, like, how do you make everyone happy while making yourself happy, you know?
Very cool.
I didn't say I liked it yet.
You guys are all spread out, though. I mean, I guess technically you're called an LA band, but do you guys just send tracks to each other, or thank God for this technology nowadays, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of that, we do get in the same room quite a bit. I'm now based in Vegas, but can get to LA super quick. Greg is in LA. Don is often in LA and moving permanently to LA, last I heard.
Yep.
Lawrence was there for 20 years and still comes back. So, like, when we can get in the same room, we do, and usually another song comes out of that. And so it can be any combination of two or more of us, or none of us, or and obviously, again, technology is king, you know.
And what I like to say about the whole damn mess is that we are like an idea and a collective, and there's this sort of, the sum is bigger than the parts. And so it doesn't matter who we sort of bring into our world, they become part of what we're doing. We don't become part of what they're doing. So we have Mick Fleetwood's playing drums on a song.
Oh,
wow. This guy Rob's playing drums on a few songs. I play drums on one of the songs. Greg programmed drums on a lot of things. Like, we all do so many different things that anything that comes into it, it's like whatever that thing is, we're sucking it in. Is it what's that? We're a succubus of some sort. We're bringing it in, and then we're spitting it out like how it best serves us. But there's still nothing better when the four of us are in a room. Is the coolest feeling. And I guess maybe this is like the universe's way of letting us stay together, because we all have big personalities and opinions, that allowing us to have that be apart might actually mean we don't kill each other. But when we're all in a room together, and this is the boldest thing I can say, I'm not saying there isn't someone as good, but there's no band better. There may be bands as good, but there's no band better, because we're all together. It's such a strong thing. And that's my feeling. And I
love that.
I'll go down.
How can you top that? I don't think you can.
Oh.
Well, so this is coming from a new album later this year, or do you have a release date? Because you said you just finished recording something for it, right?
Well, yeah, the last vocal, it's going to Mark Needham, who mixes our stuff, who mixed The Killers and Imagine Dragons and everything else that's on the radio. This will go to him, and the way we work with him is it's pretty quick from that point. But we have 8 songs. So I guess I don't know if that's an EP or an album anymore.
I don't know what the cutoff is.
And I don't know how we're releasing it, guys.
No, I think 8 is the EP cutoff, actually. So
all right. So
We have that. Whatever that is.
We have that.
So.
We have one of those.
Yeah.
And I forget when it all comes out. I know the next single will be sometime in March, and then we'll go from there. And we'll see. I don't know.
Well, everyone can go to wholedamnmess.com for all the updates to get all the fun music videos you got. Actually, you want one throwback. You did it was like a short film with like 2 of your songs a couple years ago. That was like some like priest in LA. Like, can you talk about how that got put together?
We've not wanted to be in videos. And someone had an idea for doing it on 3 songs, right, Todd? I think
it was 3 songs, like sort of a mini
movie
kind of thing with actors and on that original music. Yeah, I'm not even sure who. That was sort of like we needed content, and somebody had a concept for us that was kind of like a one-stop shop in terms of like, we'll cast it, we'll write it, the treatment, we'll shoot it, and here's your music videos.
I like it. It's a different thing, but it's good, and it's an interesting, the idea of redemption, which I mean, the thing about what we do, we've all done music long enough that if you can figure out how to like come back to what got you started, which is like enjoying making music with people you love and not focused solely on like, is someone else going to love it? That's like the redemption part for me, is that I'm back to doing the thing that I love the most. And I credit these 3 guys completely with that. When Todd and Lawrence walked into my studio, they reminded me of the kid that was 10 years old in his room learning to play the guitar. I fell back in love with that. And then meeting Greg, who felt like someone I had known my whole life, like a little brother, and then seeing the way that he and Todd immediately connected, and it feels like you're surrounded by like, everybody in the room is better than you, and that you together can do something great. And it's the coolest feeling.
Oh, I love it. Before I let you guys go, anything in the works? A lot to talk about. Any, like, I guess live stream performances. I guess concerts are kind of up in the air right now.
The porn that Todd's doing in Vegas.
OnlyFans, baby. You got to wear that shit.
They're wearing masks though, so don't worry.
He's safe. His porn is safe. And Lawrence is building a studio.
Oh, cool. For his porn set or something else?
That's right. Well, I'm Todd's producer, director, kind of manager. So it's we need a space. Yeah. Ooh, wow.
He's trying to bring analog porn back to the digital
I'm kidding.
space.
Analog porn.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody answer the question though.
Yeah.
What do we have next?
Yeah.
We have another single
after the
coming out.
porn?
We have another single coming out next month. We are constantly making music. Greg and Don shot some acoustic live stuff because they happen to be able to get in the same room. So that'll be coming out, and probably more videos for the next single.
Yeah, and I know at some point there's this new technology that's supposed to be great, and I don't know the name of the company, but where we can really play together live from different spots, and it looks and sounds great, and we might try something like that. And my God, I'd love to even just go anywhere to a live stage, even just 6 of us on a stage, and play for our kids.
Anybody.
That Greg doesn't have, and Todd's about to have, but it'll be 3 kids and an infant.
An infant.
Headphones on.
Which is our demographic, ironically. That is.
Oh, well, this was great. Thanks, guys. So everyone, make sure to check out their new single, and new single next month too, apparently, and a music video. I guess other people will be editing for you because you guys don't like to be in your music videos.
Wait, I want you to do that.
So far.
Yoda.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Love it.
But there is a
motto,
lamp.
right?
This is the on and off switch, though.
Yes.
All right, everyone go to wholedamnmess.com. You can get links to all their music and music videos and social media. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and
Thanks,
we'll talk
dude.
down the road for future stuff. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, man. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Bye.